Next up, we have a Laugh Zone fave. You've seen him outside of elementary schools, in dumpsters, and tucking his junk in women's locker rooms. So pleased to have Jeff.
Thank you so much. I also want to give a shout out to the MC. Thank you for the introduction where you basically said I'm a pedo.
Hi, kids.
Okay, I'm gonna pay.
I'm homeless. And I'm a fake trans who likes to tuck his junk between his legs and go in women's bathrooms or locker rooms or whatever. I've been struggling to get traction among the homeless, pedo, and fake trans audience out there. I have none of those fans at all. But maybe with that introduction, I'll start grabbing that demo. So great to see all of you here tonight. So great to see all of you. So great to see most of you here tonight. Not all of you. Sorry, not this guy here. Dude, what's the problem? What is the problem? Oh my God. You're the ugliest person I've ever seen. You look like you fell from the ugly tree and hit every branch on the way down. You're one ugly mofo, as they say. You're an ugly mother. You're an ugly mofo. That's true, yeah. All right. Calm down. Okay, it's a comedy show. Don't get upset. Dad, I told you, if you come to my shows, don't sit in the front because I'm going to pick on you, okay? Okay. Calm down. Yeah, okay, I see. Okay, you're upset. Take one of your fentanyls or take a few of them, actually. Calm down, all right? Calm down. I know you drove me here. I know that. I was in the car. But please, don't sit there. Can you move to the back? Move to the back where I don't have to look at you during the show? Okay, there you go. Go, get up, go. Okay, get up, get those old bones moving. Get to the back. Okay. Wow, I'm so sorry about that. I'm so sorry to start with that. So let's start over. How's everyone doing? Everyone, how's everyone doing? All entertainers start with that question, how's everyone doing? It's so ridiculous. Like, when you respond, how do you know how everyone is doing? Yeah, how do you know how the person is sitting next to you is doing, or the people in the front row? How do you know how they're doing? And then I guess the other part of the ridiculous question is, how's everyone doing? I have to listen to your responses and judge from how much you're clapping, or if you're crying, or because you're at the show. I have to judge from all that how everyone is doing. It's kind of ridiculous. It's crazy.
How we doing so far? Okay.
I remember once I went to a concert. Let's just say it's Bon Jovi. Shot through the heart. No, I'm not. Don't worry, I'm not going to sing. Man, I'm not going to sing. I'm a great singer for copyright reasons. So he did the same thing. Hey, how's that, Mr. Jovi or whatever his name? Hey, how's everyone doing out there?
How we doing so far?
And people were cheering and clapping, right? I raised my hand and I said, I'm not doing well. I was shouting that out and I was pointing at my hip because I have really bad sciatica, right? I started that morning, I wasn't sure I was going to go to the show. And throughout the whole show, my hand is up, still wanting him to look at me because he asked the question, how's everyone doing? And I don't think that he really waited for the answer. He just moved on. So it's a ridiculous way to start the show. Why don't we start the show with this? Does everyone, or do most of you, want to laugh and be entertained tonight? All right, there we go. See, there's an answer. I sense from that 70% of you are happy to be here, and I hope that I can entertain you. Hope that I can make you laugh. I hear, if not, I hear the comic after me is really good. So I'll do my best. So a little bit about me. I like long walks on the beach, puppies, and Swedish snuff porn from the 70s. Those are the things I like. I like those things. You look like you like the Swedish porn stuff. Yeah? All right. Okay. Very good. Another fellow fan of it. No, yeah, I'm just joking. I don't like puppies. No. But there was all these snuff porn movies like 70s and 80s, and that's kind of where they'd have sex, right? And at the conclusion, when the dude ejaculated, he would kill the woman, and you think, well, God, wow, that's pretty rough. I don't even know why I'm watching this stuff, and I don't know why I'm getting hard watching it. That was a weird part, but yeah. So that's how that would work out, And I've been thinking about that lately. That's actually not it sounds bad. It's not bad because most relationships do not succeed. Most relationships fail. And so you're just kind of taking instead of wasting years with a woman or whatever, or, getting married and all that, you have the sex and then you kill them, and then all that, then you don't have to worry about that, right? And, it's like, I hate it, you're with a woman and then, after the sex, they're like, oh, hey, what do you want to do later, right? And it's like, I don't want to do much with you later. What I wanted to do with you, I just did now, okay? So I don't want to do things later. And then they start asking you those questions. Oh, do you have a girlfriend? Or do you have a wife? And then, you're put in a position where you have to lie. I don't like lying. I don't like lying. So I think the snuff thing is kind of, it's gruesome, but, it's practical. It's kind of practical, and, it avoids the lying and stuff that happens. So a little bit more about me. I'm a physician. I actually retired recently.
Want a taste of our new album, Dr. Feelgood, before it's out in the stores?
Well, the medical board made me retire. I think I was the #1 cause of death in California for a while there. But they made me retire, and it's funny because people say, well, what kind of doctor were you? And I say, family practice. And people say, oh, you practice medicine, right? That's a weird way to describe that profession, that you're practicing. Like that implies that you're still learning on the job, and then someday you'll get it right. You wouldn't say to a pilot, are you practicing being a pilot? You wouldn't want to be with that pilot. You want to make sure that they actually know what they're doing and they're not practicing when they're flying a plane 35,000 feet in the air. So I practiced medicine for a while. I don't do that anymore. While I was practicing, people would, they'd ask me, they'd say, well, hey, I hear, because people are afraid of medicine now with the whole COVID thing, the vaccines didn't work, etc. People would say to me, hey, I hear laughter is the best medicine. Yeah, laughter is the best medicine. I think these are mostly cheap people or people without insurance. I don't think laughter is the best medicine if you've been shot in the face at point blank range. I don't think laughing is going to help you in that situation, because, if your face is half blown off, you probably can't even get a good smile going there, let alone a laugh. And, you don't want the doctor, you go in the ER, your face is all, destroyed, and you don't want the doctor laughing. I don't think that helps. Also, I don't think laughter is the best medicine if you go to a urologist for a small penis problem. I don't think laughing is helpful in that situation.